Let's see if they'll start early. If they can do it in the first maybe 5-6 minutes.
Yeah, I feel like it's going to be more of a tempered game for our two teams here. Blacklist International doesn't have to worry about getting absolutely snowballed like in game number 1 as long as they play things smart. But you has to be incredibly careful because this Eve and Valier combo will make things very difficult for a Valentina early on. They're gonna have to play it safe, play it slow, trust wise in the retribution battles for the Turtles, maybe for the First Lord, and again, help Super Red.
It's the tempo. It's the tempo for Blacklist International that could actually work against Echo. All they need is to have that good macro play up against Sanford and even Yaoi, because right now he's all over the map, burning bushes.
Oh,
but he's getting hurt though.
Yaoi, about 10 health, walks away. That's just the damage that a Valentina and a Faramis can put on at 1 minute 20 seconds. Echo, though, does have the Little Wanderer, so still, you see here how they should be at the advantage in the early game.
Yeah, early game right now is with the Orcas. What Blacklist can do is wait for time to work, but so far it's Yaoi who's becoming a big sort of an obstacle in this early game, but all they need to do is focus on the laning phase that could actually mean business on the first objective to take.
In all fairness, one thing that Blacklist does have is the XP lane. Edward is bullying Sanford.
That's a clue.
Unless Sanford can find other people to dodge, or rather to dash onto with those joy beats, then that's fine. But against Glue, against Edward, no dice.
Yeah, this is going to be a crucial turtle for the early game here because we're going to see how the rest of this game is going to be played after this first turtle. Is someone going to just freely played after this first turtle? Is someone going to just freely give it? Will Blacklist be able to take it without a problem? Will Echo be able to contest?
Edward, here we go. Edward forced to use a split. He does get popped here. Sanford dashing out to so many of them. Gets the grab on to Sanford. And now Turtle's still up. Retribution. And they're not done. Carl Teasy gets in. A dead is welcome. No one home. Doesn't get the push back. And now Edward's still alive. First blood drawn by Sanji. Carl Teasy traded up for Yue. Gets his own real manipulation. Sanji goes down as well. That was a masterful execution by Blacklist.
Oh my G, oh my V, that flicker pull onto the members of Echo. As we look at the instant replay, they were finally able to take down Edward Echo, but now Carl Teasy fell and Yua with a perfect placement with the real world manipulation Starfield and the beautiful flicker pull by the Queen. Tempo set. Blacklist, they're going to be able to fight this game.
Agent Zero, he really has eyes on who to target onto Echo. Just imagine your life dropping down on point 1 and he immediately activates the ultimate to the most vital player of Echo, giving so much space for Blacklist to respond. And finally, as you've mentioned, it's the Red battle on the early game.
So apparently that's all it took, right? Blacklist International winning the XP lane. Agent Zero bullying Sanford into an odd position, which throws the rest of Echo off despite making it first on the scene at at the turtle. So now with Blacklist up 500 gold, I'm wondering what the story is for the gold lane. We haven't really been checking in on our friends Benny and Red.
Yeah, so far we have seen Benny QT be more forward in the positioning in the lane, while Super Red playing a very reserved and cautious laning game, trying to stick to the tower as closely as possible.
Oh, Carl TZ spends his retribution to slow down on my Venus, pushing the queen right into a wall with Dennis Welcome, popping him, doesn't even get an answer back. No call out there. Super Red dashing forward, gets Carl TZ, takes down Blacklist rookie. That's a 2 for none.
How did Benny get away? That was close to a miracle, but great response by Echo.
Still going. Vengeance popped in by Sanford. He gets popped by Yue. That's a trade. They still have a retribution. Wise here. Playing footsies with Carl TZ. Can they get it? Here comes my Venus pushing Carl away, pulling him from that main objective. Wise gets a second turtle. Now Carl TZ's gonna fall. Blacklist pushing on forward.
Talking about shaking off the first game of the day, and that's just Blacklist managing to secure 2 objectives. Retry battle, as long as they tried to pull it. It's the glue, and also Edward making it all work.
Yeah, we're seeing so much utility and ability by Blacklist International on Carl TZ just to stop him from getting those retributions off in time and having a comfortable retribution battle. So much pressure right now on the 2-time world champion that Wise has won both retribution battles in this game, and we said it earlier, Wise, Blacklist International needs to trust him in the turtle fights, and they have. They've trusted him, and they've set him up for success.
Trust and confidence is the answer for the Code Breakers up against the Orcas. It's the macro play. They're playing in the long game on how to address Echo's power spikes in mid-game. This is how they ab their lanes, by just focusing on one goal.
Oh, it's actually right. The fact that they're still playing the long game, I'm talking about Blacklist, means while they're winning in the early, it's all good. Yue here keeping Carl TZ where he needs to be. Wise threatening a kill. Look at how deep these XP laners are. Sanford and Edward.
Yeah, they're just keeping it clear.
Yeah, and we have to mention there, when Yue used that real-world manipulation, even though Benny QT and Yaoi were very close to the edge there, he still devoted most of the hits onto Carl TZ, knowing that the rotations of Carl TZ is crucial to the rotations of Echo.
Oh, concealed play by Yaoi, threatening a push onto that tier 1 up top. Now look how Echo is cordoning off Blacklist into this top lane. They are forcing a response. This is where the turtle will spawn in 10 seconds.
A challenge for Echo. If they want this third objective, they're focusing on Super Red and Oh My Venus with the spams and connecting damage. Meanwhile, we have Edward and Sanford trying to have a race going to the turtle. But
that's gonna be key. Whoever makes it onto the scene first will help their team much better.
Gets it.
Oh, it's Sanford! Confirms the turtle take, and now here comes an RWM from Sanji. Down goes Super Red. Called out their answer by Oh My Venus. Sanji very low. Yaoi at half health. There's a grab by Edward onto Carl TZ. Can the best in the world survive? The answer might be no, because Yue wants to put some more beads onto Carl TZ, as he does not take down his target. Agent Zero now trying to get some damage control. Sanford taken down as a trade underneath tier 1 in mid. Echo bounces back 6-6.
In the drive to survive, it's Sanford. Lights out and away we go, getting to the finish line, and just in time to be the one to not just help his team, but to be the one to take the turtle. The shield that they got from that turtle take changed the complexion of that team fight.
Just imagine how you activate those possibilities if you get the buff. It's all about timing, it's all about calculation, but now everything is being tied up. Looking up on these items, the only one who's rich enough is only Benny QT. Manages to get the Blade of Despair. Now this is getting deadly. Approaching mid lane. How will they answer the problem if you're Blacklist?
And now as you look at the item, Super Red just actually picked up a golden staff. Oh, in the mid lane though.
Yaoi obliges with his own. And now he gets eaten up and taken down as well. Red Mario was saying, why is this going to be fine?
Yep. Echo, Benny QT, more items. Yes, happier life. That's what I wanted to say.
All right. So Echo understands they're about 600 gold ahead. Sanford dashing on around Wise. Benny Cutie finally gets the job done up top. So I guess that does clearly show that Echo was playing towards major objectives anyway, despite the first couple of turtles going over to Blacklist.
Yeah, and also the scaling here is what they need actually for the damage of Blacklist International, because for the front line, it could be Edward, it could be Oh My Venus, but Super Red, is the items enough, is the damage enough heading on to 10 minutes onto this game?
Not just yet, a Corrosion Scythe and a Golden Staff. You have Barretts that you have to deal with, so you're going to need a little bit more items there to deal the damage onto that key target if you're Blacklist International.
Oh, look at Sanford just dashing on through 3 or 4 members, and Carl Tizzy right in the middle there. Yowie still finds him right in the middle where they need to be, serving up a kill to Benny Cutie. Yue falls, Edward falls, and now they're deep into the orange territory of Black International. Oh my Venus! Taken down after a quick burn, and now Wise, the only one left here on the scene. Can Red survive? He eventually gets his way home. All this while, Carl Tizzy was taking Lord.
3 down and 1 Lord to go for Echo. Get that magic defense reduction for that Genius one for Sanford. Team fight is totally working right now for Echo. 4.2k advance, and they're pushing in mid.
Oh, how just fast the night changes. Just like that, Echo with a massive lead 10 minutes into this game. Blacklist International, yes, focus on Sanford, focus on that young man, because that third turtle steal absolutely changed the complexion of this game. Now Echo are riding pretty with the momentum and confident in their ability to continue this stride.
And it's that one thing that Blacklist had for them that made it work, right? The glue, winning against the joy. But it's at the point where it's looking hairy for Blacklist International. Their style of play just doesn't fit this kind of situation where you're 10 minutes in, you were ahead, but 4 or 5 minutes ago, now you're down 5k.
I feel you, Leo, and they're pushing in. Echo is pushing in up top, trying to have the border again for Blacklist International. How do you get out? Only vision is what they can do, but this is totally enough for Echo to push forward.
Lord crashes onto the top, pops that holy shield, clearing the wave. All this while, Benny Cutie was pushing mid-tier 2. Now Yowie picks up an Ice Queen 1, so most of the targets that Echo want to kill, they will kill! And look at the tear apart memory! A lot of damage placed on Oh My Venus, forced to use a Cult Altar into the back line. They do penetrate, breaking down top lane. Real revelation by Yue, pushing away Echo. They will survive this engagement, but only for so long. There's a wave down bottom, there's a wave in mid. How does Blacklist defend?
Sanford with the zone out. An annoying placement to spam the members of Blacklist in their own base while Echo destroys turrets and defenses.
And now, even with an Ice Queen Wand on the hands of Yowie, because of that, Edward is having a difficult time accessing the key targets onto Echo. For most of the game, the reason why Echo was having a difficult time in the first 2 turtles, even the 3rd turtle before Sanford stole it, was because that glue was such an annoying presence in a team fight that even though Echo would want Blacklist to play in a compact lineup, just because they have a glue bothering them makes things so hard for Echo. But now that the lead has been built up considerably, there are items to stop Edward from doing what he wants to do. Blacklist is having a hard time finding that turnaround.
Items, damage, and space. Call that control and domination for Echo. Almost 6.5k gold lead for the Orcas. And they're managing to spam Edward. Look at the damage connecting.
And mind you, that was just the roamer from Echo dealing a lot of damage. That's just the roamer. Think of what Sanford can do. Think
my
of
goodness.
what Sanji can do, right? So, again, as amazing as Agent Zero was in the first half of this game, they have to find a way. They have to find an answer elsewhere.
What's the angle? What's the opening for Blacklist International? How are they pushing forward?
Could it be it was Wise initiating the fight? Real manipulation by Sanji. Check out Yue. He doesn't have an ult stolen. Benny Cutie forces out a real world manipulation. Answers with a Cult Altar. Torn apart memory. Too much for Super Red to survive. Now Wise is in trouble. He's gonna go down. Can Edward survive? He's walking away. Oh My Venus gets a pull. Forces out one from Benny Cutie. And Benny takes down another. It's Sanford who gets the kill. 3 for 1. Can they finish? There's a wave in mid. Bottom looking okay for Blacklist. They'll pull back.
I have to say though, Benicuri a little bit too eager to get that kill onto Oh My Venus, committing his flicker to try to get the stun off, but he got bursted down before Benicuri can secure that kill. Echo, they still have the lead, a considerable lead, but Blacklist International now have shown that they can fight back despite that.
Yeah, they have the defense, they have the grab, they have the isolation. Blacklist answers to the problems of Echo. Meanwhile, they're trying to look for openings here by baiting them with the Lord.
Blacklist slowly making an entrance onto the scene. It looks like they're looking to make a play. They're looking to contest. All 5 members are here. Echo, though, they're still recollecting. They're still regrouping.
Yeah, Sanford needs to time his entry, though, with Sanji's real-world manipulation. Because if not, Super Red, the one knockback on that Joy might just completely catch Sanford off guard, get him stunned if his back's against a wall, and he'll be able to be taken down quickly.
Oh, wow. Benicuri and Yawi able to focus down on Edward. Zoning out. Agent Zero. You get nothing, sir, as Echo secures this Luminous Lord.
That's how hungry Blacklist International is, but they're not risking it. They need time here. They need time for Super Red and for UA for the late game. Is this the answer, Renmar?
It's a 2,000 gold lead right now for the marksman of Echo. Benicuri has almost all his items locked in, and for Super Red still catching up. So it's still dire straits for Blacklist International, but right now they have shown that their best approach is to make the most out of Echo over aggression.
Can they punish? Is it going to happen here? We saw it. Oh My Venus did it to Benicuri, and it looks like #1 goal here is to just quell this Lord. He marched in. Sanford dashing on through. Benny's very far. This could be bad. This could be trouble. Sanford taken down. A shutdown kill for Blacklist International, and they clean up house.
They're answering it slow. That's the wave clear. The wave clear of Super Red slowly hitting Sanford. They can easily take down one in Echo unless they go sour once again.
And this is what we were talking about. Echo needs to temper their desire to end this game, because Blacklist International, let's talk about one of the best redeeming factors of their lineup. It's going to be difficult to end the game against them, because you'll have a glue just trying to stop you while the other members of Blacklist International will clear the minion waves.
And that's what we were talking about. First half of the game, Edward was great. Now, they found the answer elsewhere, but look at this. They catch out one. Carl Teasy in the middle of them all. Sanji swiping, tapping, and now knows Carl Teasy. Yue gets the kill. Yawi in trouble. Gets the hell out of dodge. Flickers on through. Sanford very low. Sanford gonna survive. An RWM by Yue as well. The original Eve pushing them back. Sanji says, "Thou shall not pass." And Blacklist.
Oh, they're gonna have to run.
Check out Benny.
Yawi, Yawi.
He's gonna do his thing.
Oh, look at Benny.
Cancel out Benny.
Oh, can they do it
again? Benny. You're doing it again.
He's doing it again.
Benny.
Very low. There's a wave. There's a wave. Benny's one more. Not again, says Blacklist.
Not this time. Not this time. Blacklist defending the signature split push out of Benicuri. Just one hit away.
One hit away for Echo, and just as that, the gold is now even for these two teams, and the Code Breakers are trying to march forward in the base of the Orcas. What's the answer?
Oh, too much damage for Sanford to sustain.
He hurt.
Carl Teasy as well. Forces out. Adenda's welcome. It's going to keep him alive for only so long. Red deals too much damage, serving up a kill to Yue, but it is going to be enough to keep Echo in